Okay, well, thank you very much mga kaibigan ko. Dito po sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Ito po si Nico Fabian. Once again, nandito sa May 2nd tayo po. Good, thanks God, it's a Friday. Today is May 2nd na po. Mayroon mga issues tayo that we are going to touch in this program today. And one of the first issue that we are going to touch is yon na po. Karamihan ng mga Filipinos, a lot of Filipinos, especially those supporting the Duterte team, or supporting, giving full support to former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, they say that once you go against the wishes of President Bongbong Marcos, then you must be prepared to face the consequences. However, if you toe the line with Bongbong Marcos, then he will defend you, or the Marcos administration will defend you. Mayroon mga topics tayo dito, and I'm going to share with you some video clips regarding this issue. And other topics that we're going to discuss today is yon na po, yon bigas at saka ICC. Anong latest developments tungkol sa ICC case ni former President or Tatay Digong po dyan sa Netherlands. Okay, to start with, siguro, what I'm going to do is I will share with you first itong, since I already touched, I said that we're going to touch on the consequences if you go against Bongbong Marcos. Now, it was reported since yesterday until this morning, ang mga mainstream media dyan po sa Pilipinas. Now, President Bongbong Marcos has ordered for a probe on the prime water po, dyan po sa prime water deal, dyan po sa Bulacan, dahil marami daw complaints ang mga water consumers dyan sa Bulacan. And this involves a candidate which VP Sara Duterte, who is now campaigning for the LDP candidates, Duterte 10 plus 2. And who is that 2? It is aspiring Senator, Congresswoman Camille Villar, and re-electionist Senator Amy Marcos. Now, the President has ordered for a probe, and he wants to make sure that the complaints will be cleared as soon as possible, no? And yun po ang problema dyan sa Pilipinas. Once you go against the President, sabi mga Filipinos, majority of them, na this is what you're going to get. If you remember right, in my previous programs, we mentioned about Inday Sara Duterte endorsing Congresswoman Camille Villar. The father owns this prime water company dyan po sa Bulacan and other parts in the Philippines, no? Now, endorsed by VP Sara, and she is also a part of the Marcos team. But obviously, the Marcos team is not happy with the endorsement of Inday Sara to Congresswoman Camille Villar. And because of this, all of a sudden, nakita natin, or we heard last night and this morning, na may order na si President Bongbong Marcos to investigate ang mga complaints dyan po sa Bulacan, coming from the people in Bulacan, no? They are complaining about the services are being offered by Prime Water, which is owned by the father of Camille Villar, no? And let's see what will happen. So, my first video I'm going to share with you is this. Tingnan natin po ang probe, po. And no less than Inday Sara Duterte, ang opponent ng Marcos team for the midterm election scheduled on May 12th. Ilang gabi na lang tayo po matulog, and then election na po, midterm election na. So si Inday Sara mismo sinabi during her campaign sorties po dyan sa Pilipinas that this is politically motivated, ang directive ni Bongbong Marcos to investigate itong prime water po, which is owned by the Villar. All right, let's listen first to this video clip. Let's listen to this video clip. Saan na ito? 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2.
Unang-una po, sinabi po natin na ang kakulangan sa serbisyo ay walang puwang sa administrasyon ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. Ang pangangailangan po ng tao sa malinis na tubig, sapat na supply ng tubig, ay dapat lang po nararapat at hindi pa negosyo lamang, kundi ito ay dapat na kinakalinga ang pangangailangan ng taong bayan. Mag-uutos po ang Pangulo para maimbestigahan po ito.
Follow up, considering that one of the administration's bed, Representative Villar, is directly linked to Prime Water, are we still confident in the service that she could provide if she's elected as a senator?
Confidence on how she will perform? Well, it depends on how she will perform. If we will have this trust on her, well, we have to give it to her. But he should prove that she could perform as a leader. With this issue regarding Prime Waters, if there's a need for them to resolve the issues raised by the consumers, I think we should immediately make an immediate action on that.
Okay, yan po ang spokesperson ni Bongbong Marcos, President Bongbong Marcos, si Secretary Claire Castro po, no? She made it very clear po na ang order ni boss niya po, si President Bongbong Marcos, to investigate ang Prime Water po, which is owned by the Villar. And nandito po ang video clips that I'm going to share with you tungkol ang comment ni Inday Sara Duterte regarding itong issue ng Prime Water, ang Prime Water. And let me share with you this video clip of Inday Sara Duterte.
President Sara Duterte suspects the probe ordered by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. into Prime Water, a water utility owned by her ally, the Villars, is politically motivated. The probe comes after a barrage of complaints from residents in Bulacan over their poor service. Aspiring Senator Camille Villar, who is part of the administration's Senate slate, was recently endorsed by Duterte.
Malamang, dahil lahat naman ng galawan ngayon ng administrasyon ay dahil sa politika. So, wala na akong nakita na gumawa ng administrasyon na ito para sa kapayapaan at kaunlaran ng ating bayan. Kundi lahat ay pag-atake lang sa politika at sa mga tao hindi nila kaya takutin at hindi nila kaya pintin.
ABS-CBN News visited a community in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, to check on residents who lamented the absence of a steady supply of water amid sweltering heat.
Dati, nung sa water district, 2 to 3 in one day ang pagpapaligo namin. Pero ngayon, sa Prime Water, every other day. Sobrang hirap. Ang kamay namin, hindi kamay babae. Kamay lalaki kasi bakit? Sa pagbuhat ng container.
Another resident complained of continuous basic charges and maintenance fees despite not having consumed water from March to April.
Hindi ko babayaran yan, sir. Wala naman kami nagamit na tubig, ba't babayaran namin? Yan ang gusto namin maalis, sir, yung minimum na yan. Ang gigipit sa tao, sir. Magpapahirap lalo kasi doble ang binabayaran namin.
The local government of San Jose del Monte says the issue of water is a private matter between Prime Water and San Jose Water. Nevertheless, they are doing what they can to ease their constituents' burden of having to live without the precious resource.
Meron po tayong almost 10 water lorries na nagtutulong-tulong everyday po na nagrarasyon for the past couple of years. Kasi yung pong iba nating constituents, madaling araw pa lang naghihintay na. Kasi minsan po, yung Prime Water, madaling araw lang may tumutulo dun sa mga gripo. Minsan naman, ang kulay ng tubig, kulay bura.
Harris says they have also summoned Prime Water and the local water district to determine ways to improve services.
Ang Prime Water naman, keeps on telling that this is a technical issue. According to them, sa laki po ng San Jose, nahihirapan din po sila. And again, it's an infrastructure issue na they really need to improve.
Bayan Muna welcomed the investigation into Prime Water, saying it is a step in the right direction. Meanwhile, a consumer group also called for a swift resolution on the matter.
I think it's really about time to review the joint venture agreement. And we really support the call of the President. Malaki na yung paghihirap, pagdurusa ng ating mga consumers, especially yung mga customers ng Prime Water. So sana mabigyan ng ng action kasi mahirap din naman ng, diba, nagbabayad ka, tapos yung servisyo ay hindi sapat na nakukuha mo mula sa Prime Water.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin kay Inday Sara Duterte. She's suspecting that this is another politically motivated when President Bongbong Marcos issued a directive to investigate ang Prime Water po. Ang mga dyan po sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, this is a, sabihin natin, ang Bulacan is a vote-rich province, no? Dyan sa Pilipinas. And some people were saying, bakit ngayon lang po ang directive ni Bongbong Marcos tungkol itong sa Prime Water? Bakit ang timing is so, sabihin natin na good, na malapit na ang midterm election? And they have been suffering for a few months already itong problema dyan sa water supply sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. But ngayon lang po, they raised the issue. Is it dahil, sabi ang mga ibang tao dyan po, is it dahil nag-endorse si Inday Sara Duterte kay Camille Villar for this coming midterm election or what? No? Kaya na, maybe we cannot blame if some people, some officials, government officials, kagaya ni Inday Sara Duterte, is now having second thoughts when it comes to the probe. We cannot blame also some people if they say maybe this is politically motivated. But anyway, we will keep in touch. We will keep monitoring itong situation ng Prime Water dyan po sa Bulacan, and any updates, especially mga Filipinos dito sa Malaysia, particularly in Sabah, East Malaysia, who hails from Bulacan. Now, keep tuned lang po kayo. Keep tuned with my in my channel, because I will make sure that you are going to be updated on what is happening in your province when it comes to this issue of water supply. Because before, water supply is being done by the water department, and now it has been privatized, and it is already the Prime Water owned by former Senator Villar po, ang tatay ni Camille Villar. And if you look at the Villar family, the father was a former speaker ba yan, no? A senator. The wife, Cynthia Villar, is an incumbent senator. And si Mark Villar, the son, is also incumbent. And this time around, for the May 12 election, the only daughter, si Camille Villar, is eyeing for the post of senator. No? She wants to also be a part of the 24 member senators in the Philippines if she will make it on May 12th. So, ganon po. No? That's the issue on the water supply dyan sa Bulacan. Before going to other topics for today, now gusto rin po tayo. No? I also want to share with you some news regarding itong anong latest developments kay Tatay Digong po dyan sa The Hague or dyan po sa International Criminal Court, which Tatay Digong is now being held, no? Under the custody of the ICC, waiting for the case against him, itong crime against humanity po, no? That he's facing dyan po sa ICC. Itong news, I got it from the from Philippine Star, dyan sa Manila. And this is the headline today, dyan po sa Philippine Star sa Manila. And the title of the news article is Duterte's lawyers challenge ICC jurisdiction in bid to prevent trial. In bid to prevent a trial. Nandito po ang details of the news article. Former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's lawyers have formally sought the dismissal of his case by arguing the International Criminal Court cannot exercise its jurisdiction after the Philippines' withdrawal from the Rome Statute in 2019. In a 38-page filing submitted Thursday or May 1st, Duterte's lawyer Nicholas Kaufman and Dova Jacobs claimed the court overstepped its authority by approving the investigation into the so-called war on drugs in September 2021 when the Philippines was no longer a member state. A procedural challenge aimed at preventing Duterte's case from going to trial. The defense team's challenge comes around 4 months before the ICC is set to hold the confirmation of charges hearing for Duterte, who was arrested by authorities on March 11 and subsequently transferred to ICC custody in The Hague the next day. Duterte faces charges of crimes against humanity related to thousands of alleged extrajudicial killings during his administration's controversial drug war. The core of Duterte's argument to junk his case is, as expected, the timing. While the ICC maintains jurisdiction over crimes committed from 2011 to 2019. Duterte's defense team argued that it cannot legally exercise that jurisdiction because the country had already withdrawn from the Rome Statute when prosecutors sought formal authorization to investigate in the May 2021. The Rome Statute is the founding treaty that established the ICC. The liberty of the individual is at stake, and the present prosecutor should not be fighting tooth and nail to perpetuate or to defend an erroneous decision taken by his predecessor. Duterte's lawyer wrote in their filing requesting his immediate and unconstitutional release. The defense filing distinguishes between the ICC having jurisdiction over crimes committed during the Philippine membership and the ICC's authority to exercise jurisdiction after the country's withdrawal. Yun po ang latest update sa mayroon tayo tungkol sa issue or case ni Tatay Digong dyan po sa Hague. And of course, everybody knows not only the Filipinos in the Philippines, but also Filipinos outside the Philippines and including other foreigners who are very concerned about what is happening to Tatay Digong and respect the legacy. Tatay Digong left dyan po sa Pilipinas after stepping down as a president of the Philippines. They too, together with the Filipinos, mga foreigners din po are shouting and hoping and praying that Tatay Digong will be brought back to the Philippines the soonest possible time. But let's see po, medyo mahirap yun po. And let's see, since ang mga lawyers ni Tatay Digong, they already filed yesterday itong ang case nila dyan po sa ICC. Let's see what is the decision of the ICC authorities po, ang mga judges sa ICC. I will keep you updated po when it comes to this thing. Now, mayroon pa rin tayo mga issues regarding itong election activities dyan sa Pilipinas. And before going or giving you itong issue ng bigas dyan po sa Pilipinas, no? I would like to share with you maybe 1, 2, or 3 clippings, ang video clips ng mga 1 or 2 or 3 candidates po who are campaigning for the bid to be re-elected dyan po sa Senado come May 12. So, itong tatlong or itong video clips that I have, now, mayroon tayo dito dalawang senador. One is incumbent senator, the other one is trying to return to the Senate, and the other one is a neophyte aspirant to be a senator. To start with, let's listen to Senator Bato de la Rosa. Bato de la Rosa. Ano ba yan ang cue ni Dato or de la Rosa, Senator de la Rosa? Nandito po, let's listen to this.
Dating Chief ng Philippine National Police, dating Director General ng Bureau of Corrections, at patapos na sa aking unang termino bilang senador ng Republika ng Pilipinas. At ngayon ako po ay aplikante sa pagkasenador uli ng ating bansa.
So you're running for a second term, Senator
Second term.
Bato.
Yes po.
Ano po ang reason kung bakit po gusto niyo pa maging senador muli?
Well, nakikita ko marami pa kung pwedeng gawin. Lalo na ngayon, nakikita ko na my forte is public order and dangerous drugs at saka national defense and national security. Nakikita ko na dahan-dahanan bumabalik yung problema natin sa illegal na droga. Siguro kailangan hindi natin bibitawan ito. Dahil yung buhay ko ay nakasangla. Anong tawag niyan? Paano na interview? Nakataya na dyan sa problema ng illegal na droga. Yan na nagaging advocacy. Hindi ko po yan tatantanan hanggat may hininga pa ako. Hindi ko yan naatrasan yung problema na yan.
Alright, yan po si Senator Bato de la Rosa, and based on the surveys since last month and the previous month po, now si Senator de la Rosa, de la Rosa is now inside the Magic 12. So there is a possibility that he will be re-elected dyan po sa Senado after ang May 12 midterm election. The other video clip na prepare tayo para sa inyo lahat ay ito po, the former Senate President. Magaling din ito po, and a very popular leader ng Pilipinas. And I am referring to Tito Soto, Senator, former Senator Tito Soto, and he was once the Senate President po. And let's listen to what he has to share with us when he was interviewed dyan po sa Manila. 1:59. Nandito po, let's listen to former Senator Tito Soto.
Vicente Tito Soto, na dating naging Vice Mayor ng Quezon City, naging Senador ng 24 na taon, 4 na kalahating taong naging Senate President, at nakapagpasa or principally authored and principally sponsored 259 laws. Ako po'y aplikante para senador muli.
Ngayon gusto niyo magbalik, marami nagsasabi, ano ba hindi nagawa? At ano pa yung, kapag kasakaling yung senaryo na kayo nandun na, ano yung mga uunahin ninyo?
Meron kasing mga hindi, ang Kongreso, ang Senado as a whole, dynamic talaga eh. Kaya nga, nagtataka sila, magsabi, ang dami ng batas, Oo, pero nagbabago ang panahon eh. Pareho ngayon, panahon na para gawin nating illegal ang fake news. So isa yun sa mga iniisip ko. Pati yung fake content, dapat yan, mayroong batas para i-take down. Kung hindi man ididimanda. Isa yun sa mga naiisip ko na dapat gawin ngayon. And then, panahon na para i-institutionalize natin yung 14-month pay. Kasi ang institutionalize yung 13-month pay. 1975 pa yun, Presidential Decree ni Ferdinand Marcos. Merong mga kumpanya nagbibigay ng 14-month pay, but it is not institutionalized, meaning hindi batas yun. So, pwedeng lumigkas yung iba. Pero, ang sinasabi ko, importante sa pamilyang Pilipino yan, sapagkat dapat yun, June binibigay. Sapagkat pag June, ando doon yung enrollment ng mga anak, napakahalaga ng edukasyon At yung iba ay kinakapos pagdating ng kalahati ng taon para doon sa kanilang pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. So malaking bagay yung ngayon maisabatas natin yung 14-month pay para doon sa mga hindi nagkakaroon.
Puntahan ko lang yung isa.
Yun po, si former senator and president of the Senate, si Tito Soto. Very popular, leader dyan sa Pilipinas. And another one now I'm going to share with you is a congressman, very active congressman din, and a seasoned politician dyan sa Pilipinas. And I'm referring to Representative Norberto Nograles, who is eyeing for the post of a senator come May 12 midterm election. Nandito po, let's listen to him. Hold on, Saan na yun, Norberto, representative. Nandito po, let's listen to him.
Ako po si Norberto Gonzales, dating Defense Secretary. Tumakbo po ako bilang Pangulo noong 2022. Kung anong dahilan ko noon, dahilan ko rin po ngayon. Kaya ako tumatakbo sa pagkasenador. Mas importante po sa akin na marating ang marami nating mamamayan at ipakita sa kanila na hindi naman po lahat ng pamumulitika ay katulad ng pamumulitika na nakikita natin dito sa atin. May mga disente pong pamamaraan ng pagkampanya sa politika. Gusto ko sana maranasan natin yan, kaya masasama kayo sa akin. We will have a new kind of campaigning in the country. Thank you.
Anong klaseng pamumulitika ho ba yung gusto nyo ipabatid dun sa mga kapatid natin? At kasi kung iisipin, napaka-privado na ng buhay nyo After unang termino ni Pangulong Arroyo, ni dating Pangulong Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, bakit ho binabalik-balikan ninyo itong pagtakbo at muling pagbabalik sa isang posisyon sa pamahalaan?
Ikaw ba, kontento ko sa nangyayari sa bayan natin? Yun yung 10 taon ako sa serbisyo, nakita ko halos ang lahat ng anggulo na pwedeng gawin sa bayan para umayos ang buhay na nakakarami sa atin. Pero kung titingnan mo naman, kung kampanya lang ang magbibigyan pa ng pansin at pakikinig ka sa mga kandidato, hindi mo alam kung saan ka papunta walang malinaw na direksyon na makikita ka para sa bukas. Na pwede ka magdesisyon na okay, magkagaling pala to. Mga katulad ko, masasabi ka, Jingkit, pwede nang manahimik kasi kikita mo maayos naman ang takbo ng bayan, di ba? Kaysa ngayon, ay talagang wala kang makita.
Particularly po, saan po kayo hindi kontento sa nangyayari sa atin?
Ay ako, ang tingin ko, nasa pwesto pa ako, sinabi ko na yan Ang number one security threat ng bansa ay ang ating politika. Kasi nakikita natin na ang mga namumuno sa atin, wala namang pananaw kung saan tayo patungo bilang isang bansa sa lipunan. Wala yan Tapos, lalo ngayon, kinakapos na hinigin mo, mag-isip yung laki ng nakaw na nangyayari sa nakawan sa ating bayan. May mga problema tayo hinaharap na very immediate. For example, the issue of China. Dahil sa naging pwesto ko ng araw, medyo pinalalaman tayo ng konti. At meron tayong mga naririnig na hindi naman naririnig ng mga ordinaryo nating mamamayan. Una-una, sinasabi ng ating mga counterparts na baka sa region natin magkaroon ng kaguluhan. As serious as a war or an invasion of China. Sabi nila na baka ngayon,
sa nangyayari, baka ang China mag-isip na gawin na yung talagang gusto nilang gawin for decades. No? That is to get Taiwan. Sa geographic location naman natin, hindi mo nang pwedeng atakehin ng Taiwan ang hindi mo titignan kung ano mangyayari sa Pilipinas. I think, in fact, kung talaga serious sila kunin ang Taiwan, baka yung pag-atake nga mauna pa sa atin. Good.
Okay, I stand corrected. Yun po, ang former secretary, si Norberto Nograles, and eyeing for the post of senator po, come May 12th. And since we are talking about the election po, let me share with you another video clip of footage po, ang PDP Laban rally during the Labor Day. And that was yesterday. Nandito po, let's watch and listen to this activity, campaign sorties ng PDP Laban during the Labor Day.
Willard, 12 days bago ang eleksyon, nagkasama sariling Labor Day rally ang PDP Laban dito sa Liwasang Bonifacio. Sa 12 senatorials ng partido, sina Rick Rodriguez, Raul Bino at Richard Mata lamang ang present. Ilan sa mga plataforma ng PDP Laban ay ang pagsuporta sa mga mangingisda at magsasaka sa pamamagitan ng pagsusulong ng Department of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources at ang pag-agyenda sa RA 5657 o Laws on Agrarian Reform. Kaya din ng PDP na makalikha pa ng mas maraming trabaho para sa mga Pilipino. Isinusulong din ng partido ang amyenda sa Retail Trade Liberalization Act na naglilimita sa pagpasok ng mga foreign investment. Pilit naman ni dating Executive Secretary Rick Rodriguez ang 20 peso rice rollout ng administrasyon, matagal ng pangako ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa mga Pilipino. Taliwas sa nila ay pagpapakulong ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos kay former President Rodrigo Duterte, hindi raw nila kailanman ipagkakanulo sa banyaga ang demokrasya ng bansa. Pinasaringan din ni Rodriguez ang mga kandidatong gumagamit ng ayuda program ng DSWD ngayong kampanya. Sa campaign sortie naman ng PDP Laban sa Bulacan, sinabi ni Dr. Richard Mata na gusto niyang tulungan si Senator Bongo sakaling mahalal. Priority ng media at vlogger na si Mata ang pagtatayo ng malasakit health centers. At bilang isang doktor, nakasentro sa health reforms ang plataforma ni Mata. Willard, samantala dito sa Liwasang Bonifacio, ang mga taga-suporta ng PDP Laban at ni FPRRD na patuloy ang panawagan na pabalikin sa Pilipinas ang dating presidente. Ang iba ay nagmula pa sa probinsya, gaya ng grupong Duterte Supporters Organization, isang grupo ng mga rider na nagmula pa sa Cavite. Willard?
Okay, well, thank you very much. Yun po ang Labor Day rally ng PDP Laban, and as always, ang daming tao po attended ang PDP rally dyan sa Bulacan yesterday. And everywhere they go, ang daming tao po. And of course, ang PDP Laban is now campaigning for black voting or straight votes po. Kailangan daw straight votes para wala tayong problema po pag implementation of development programs, projects dyan sa Pilipinas once these elected PDP Laban candidates will start their responsibilities as a senator po, no? So straight votes, Duterte 10, may 10 kandidato sila, and of course si Inday Sara Duterte, who is very busy now campaigning for the PDP Laban after getting a marching order from her father dyan po sa Netherlands or sa ICC po last month. And busy na siya po ngayon na campaigning. And don't forget that si Inday Sara Duterte is also endorsing yon na personal mga kaibigan niya po, no? Seeking the vote of the Filipinos to include si Congresswoman Camille Villar and re-electionist Amy Marcos, who is the super ate or the elder sister of our president, si Bongbong Marcos Jr. Yun po. So, anong latest developments din po? Because yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I shared with you ang mga supporters, mga voters and supporters of Tatay Digong po dyan po sa France, no? Sa Paris. Now, I would like to share with you itong video clip, and this time around, yan mga overseas Filipino voters natin dyan sa Taiwan. Sa Taiwan. Let's watch, listen this video clip po. Ang mga kababayan natin sa Taiwan when it comes to the forthcoming. Very soon po, 2 weeks na lang ang midterm election na natin. Anong cue niya, Taiwan overseas 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Saan yung 2 to 5? 2 to 5 ba ito? 2 to 5. Hold on tingnan natin muna. Nandito po, let's listen to this.
Mapit ang huling araw ng online overseas voting sa Taiwan ay nagpaalala ang Manila Economic and Cultural Office o MECO sa mga Pilipinong registered voters na bumoto na. At dahil online na ang pagboto sa Taiwan, mas madali para sa mga kababayang botante ang makaboto.
They have to be sure that they are a registered voter on site, and they have to check with the certified list of overseas voters. Then enroll during the period March 20 to May 7. Then at any time between April 13 and May 12 up to 7 p.m. they can vote online anywhere and wherever they are. Yeah, and it's 24/7.
Ayon kay Atty. Cesar Chavez Jr., Director ng Migrant Workers Office o MWO sa Taipei, hindi dapat maniwala sa mga disinformation na kumakalat upang pigilan ang ating mga kababayang bumoto.
Marami talaga yan, disinformation or talagang curious lang sila because this is the first time. Kaya ito ginawa ng ating gobyerno, ng ating COMELEC. Kasi noon, ang reklamo ng karamihang kababayan natin, very inconvenient sa kanila para bumoto kasi nasa malayong lugar sila, pupunta sila sa embassy.
Ayon pa kay Chavez, ginagawa umano ng COMELEC ang lahat ng paraan para maging patas ang eleksyon at magkaroon ng check-in balance. Samantala, ilan sa ating mga kababayan ang dumagsa sa tanggapan ng NECO upang bumoto online. Ayon sa ilan nating mga kababayan, umaasa silang matutulungan ng mga bagong mahahalal na opisyal ang pag-unlad ng Pilipinas at tukasan ang korupsyon.
Sana po makatulong sila sa pag-unlad ng Pilipinas at sana mas matutukan nila kung ano ba talaga yung unang-unang problema ng Pilipinas. Bakit mas madami yung taghihirap ng mga Pilipino?
Siyempre, alam naman po natin yung nangyayari ngayon na maraming korupsyon. Sana po yung susunod na mauupo ng mga senador ay labanan nila ang korupsyon sa Pilipinas.
Kasabay ng pagtatapos ng eleksyon sa Pilipinas sa May 12, ang pagtatapos ng overseas online voting sa Taiwan. Para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon, maaari naman makipag-ugnayan sa official Facebook page ng MECO Office sa Taiwan.
Alright, yan po. That's the latest sa mga Filipinos dyan sa Taiwan. And talking about corruption, because I mentioned already ang mga Filipinos dyan sa Taiwan, no? Now, mayroon na naman itong issue raised by former spokesperson of Tatay Digong, si Atty. Harry Roque, who is now seeking political asylum dyan po sa The Hague or dyan po sa Netherlands. And this time around, he's talking about itong issue ng gold, yung nagbenta si President Bongbong Marcos po, no? Ano kaya ito? Ano kaya? Let's listen to this video clip po para at least you won't be blared when it comes to this gold issue po dyan sa Pilipinas. Nandito po, let's listen to Harry Roque. 150, 150 ang ano natin, ang queue natin, 150, saan yun 150? 150, si Atty. Harry Roque. Nandito po.
Napakalaking balita. Kung nagtataka kayo kung bakit biglang nawalan tayo ng 128 toneladang ginto sa ating national reserves, ito po siguro ang eksplanasyon.
Bumuo po ng isang special investigation team ang Hong Kong Anti-Money Laundering Office para imbestigahan ang di umano ay money laundering activities ng mga Marcos. Opo, ang pamilya ng Junior na ayaw mag hair follicle test dahil maraming nagdududa na siya ay bangag. Ang sangayon po sa Hong Kong Anti-Money Laundering, ito po ay may kinalaman doon sa mahigit $100 billion na money laundering activities involving no less than 350 tons of gold deposits. Mantakin nyo yan. At itong mga aktibidades na ito ay nangyari between yung mga panahon na talunan ang Marcos Jr. Pero I'm sure pinakikinabangan hanggang ngayon dahil nga hindi natin naintindihan kung ano nangyari dun sa 128 billion na biglang nawala sa Central Bank Reserves. Now, nagkaroon pala ng isang Taiwanese na whistleblower at ito po ay headline sa Taiwan. Mantakin nyo yan. Bida na naman ang Marcos family dahil headline po sa Taiwan nung nasimulan ang money laundering investigation laban kay Marcos Jr. Ngayon, maiiwasan ba niyang investigasyon dahil siya ay isang pinuno ng bayan? Hindi po, kasi maski sa Pilipinas, meron siyang immunity sa prosecution pero hindi po yan immunity sa investigasyon. Kaya nga po nananawagan ako na kung ang mga dayuhan gaya ng Hong Kong at Taiwan ay nag-iimbesta sa money laundering, bakit hindi sa Pilipinas? Kinakailangan. Okay.
Alright, yun po si spokesperson Attorney Harry Roque. Okay, meron pa mga issues tayo po dyan sa Pilipinas and a very hot issue po itong sabihin natin ano ito ang issue ng bigas. Anong latest issue ng bigas? Ang programa nila yon po, 20 pesos per kilo. 20 pesos per kilo po. So, I would like to share with you itong news tungkol sa bigas. Saan na yon? Hold on check muna tayo tungkol sa bigas. Ang hold on Okay, itong news po tungkol sa bigas. I would like to share with you ang rolled out ng 20 pesos per kilo bigas po, which is a very good news. Good news po. Yesterday, nag-launch sila. Ang Department of Agriculture launch itong programa, 20 pesos per kilo bigas dyan sa Cebu. Ano ba ito po? Tuloy ba ito or hindi? They seek for exemption sa COMELEC na to exempt itong distribution of the 20 pesos per kilo bigas during the itong campaign period na po, no? Because according to COMELEC, this is banned from May 2nd hanggang May 12. Banned ito po, no? Hindi pwede magbigay because this is considered as pwede na siguro sa tawag nila, vote buying or something like that, no? Giving assistance during the campaign. Now, nandito po ang news article that I would like to share with you. Ang title ng news article is still from the Philippine Star. DA differs full rollout of 20 pesos rice to May 13. Ibig sabihin, sa May 13 na po, hindi today. Because they say starting today po, they will distribute itong murang bigas. Nandito po ang news. Heeding recommendations of the Commission on Election or COMELEC, the Department of Agriculture or DA will defer the full implementation of the 20 pesos per kilo rice project until after the May 12 midterm election, which is this month. The selling of rice by local government units or LGUs will start on May 13. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. told the media or the Star yesterday po. Tiu Laurel led the launching of the program in Cebu yesterday, May 1, which coincides with the commemoration of Labor Day. Today, Labor Day, we will fulfill a promise made 3 years ago by President Marcos to the Filipino people to bring down the price of rice to 20 pesos per kilo. That promise is now a reality. Benteng, bigas, meron na, Tio Laurel said. He assured Filipinos that the quality of rice to be sold initially to people in the Visayas regions would not be affected by the deferment. There will be no issue on the quality of rice. That's good. Sana lang po. The delay will only be for a few days, and that will be on May 13. Hintayin na lang natin po. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia earlier advised the government to defer the implementation of the project to avoid being accused of politicizing the rice rollout. Although the COMELEC earlier granted the DA an exemption to support the government's cheaper rice program, Garcia noted that the LGUs, which are apparently or partly subsidizing the program implementation, are covered by the 10-day ban on distribution of all forms of ayuda or welfare and social assistance. The provincial government of Cebu and Food Terminal Incorporated signed a memorandum of agreement on the shared subsidy of the 20 pesos per kilo rice initiative pilot test in the province. The pilot test, which will run until December, will cover other regions in the Visayas and should benefit around 800,000 households or 4 million people. According to the DA, Cebu LGOs have drawn 3,750 kilo bags of rice from the National Food Authority or NFA warehouse in the city from August 29 and to May 1st. The NFA continues to reposition stocks from rice-producing areas in Visayas and Mindanao to areas that have little rice output like Cebu, Tio Laurel said. He added that the 380,000 metric tons of rice from NFA are ready for distribution. Aside from allocating 5 billion pesos for the program, President Bongbong Marcos directed the DA to withdraw up plans to extend the food program until 2028 and expand it nationwide to cover as many financially challenged Filipinos as possible. Following the new schedule, DA spokesperson Arnel de la Mesa said everything is ready for the implementation of the project on May 13. Yan po ang latest developments natin tungkol sa bigas. Sana all, di ba? Sana all. As what I mentioned earlier, and I have been repeating it, no? I agree, I am very happy na mayroon this 20 pesos per kilo rice to be distributed to the Filipinos. But ang worry ko lang po, I hope I'm wrong, that this will not only be a political maneuvering dahil po election na po, midterm election po, no? And I don't know how the LGUs will manage to sustain itong project because they have to subsidize ang losses, no? Ang difference, no? Ang difference. And whether they can sustain it or not, we don't know. Let us see first po what will happen. Let's see. Ang quality din po, tingnan natin po on May 13 after ang election, and we will see kung quality is good and how long will it take for them to also distribute this rice sa Luzon at saka sa Mindanao. Alright. Now, okay. Ano pa ang next topic natin dito that I would like to discuss or share with you? Okay, ito pala po, no? yon I will share with you itong suspension order ni Cebu Governor, Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia, na ang ombudsman, they already officially informed si Gwen Garcia about his administrative suspension order. But apparently si Gwen Garcia will not acknowledge itong suspension order. And yes, if you are good with the President, Bongbong Marcos will, sabi nga mga Filipinos, will support you. But if you go against him, then you have to face the risk. Ano ba yun? Nandito po ang reaksyon ni President Bongbong Marcos regarding the suspension order of Governor Gwen Garcia. Nandito po. Let's listen to this. Ano ba yan? Short lang ito, no? It is a short one. But, saan na yun? Hold on, ha? Nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Issues a call for due process following the Ombudsman's preventive suspension against administration ally Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia. The President maintains any action that affects the mandate of an elected official must go through the proper channels. Marcos adds, until all legal questions on her suspension are resolved, the governor deserves to be treated fairly. Garcia was slapped with a 6-month suspension for allowing the issuance of a permit to a construction firm without an environmental compliance certificate. The Cebu governor had earlier endorsed the candidacy of at least 8 Marcos-backed senatorial bets.
Alright, yan po ang suporta ni Bongbong Marcos kay Gwen Garcia. Just for your information, dalawa na po. This is the second time Governor Gwen Garcia refused to acknowledge ang suspension. Suspension na. Hindi lang suspension. The earlier one is dismissal po. Mas grabe yun po. No? Mas grabe yun po. Mas grabe yung case niya during the time of Morales yata yun, no? So, this time around, suspension lang. But earlier, it was a dismissal, but she refused to acknowledge ang order coming from the ombudsman. And let's see po what will happen, no? What will happen. So, the other thing I would like to share with you po, itong issue. And it all, I think, we're very concerned about this thing po. Hindi lang dahil travelers tayo, but it is also affecting ang reputation ng Pilipinas. And even ang tourism sector natin po, ang business sector po, affected din po if this thing, unhealthy activity will continue. And I'm referring to punit passport po. Last week ba yun? 2 weeks ago, may report yun po na pasahero na punit ang passport niya, and ang airline na concern refused her to continue her travel po. So nandito po, I will share with you itong video clip that I have managed to record, and I will be sharing with you. Nandito po. Wait, hold on muna po. Nandito. Let's listen to the Transport Secretary po explaining ang issue.
Dapat po talaga mamatsyag at mag-ingat ang ating mga kababayan sa pagbiyahe. Kahit anong report ay siniseryoso po ng gobyerno, kaya nga po nung pagkakita po natin nung report at social media post ni Ma'am Diana tungkol sa kanyang ama, talaga pong pinatawag natin ang lahat ng airlines at nag-issue tayo ng napaka-klarong warning sa kanila na kailangan bantayan nila ng mabuti ang kanilang mga personnel, at once na may mahuli sa kanila na nag-tamper sa mga passports ng ating mga kababayan, mabigat pong kaparusahan ang susunod dito. No? So ngayon po, iniimbestigahan po ng ating MIAA, ng ating CAAP at ng ating Civil Aeronautics Board ang insidente. Nagpadala na rin po tayo ng sulat at tinawagan na rin po si Ma'am Diana para humingi ng paumanhin dahil dito sa nangyaring ito. Pero ang initial findings po natin, no, dahil hindi lang po tayo nakontento sa statement ng Cebu Pacific, tinawagan din po ng ating Civil Aeronautics Board ang airport na patutunguhan sana ng ating mga kababayan, yung Bali and Pasar Airport. At kinonfirm naman po ng Bali na nung pinadala sa kanila ng Cebu Pacific, yung picture, yung screenshot, itong passport, no, ito pong pinapakita ngayon sa screen. Nagsabi po talaga ang Bali, kinonfirm po nila na hindi po nila tatanggapin yung ating kababayan. Kaya nga po yun ang ini-explain ng Cebu Pacific. Pero kailangan pa rin po natin imbestigahan lahat ng nangyari. No? Ang maganda naman po ngayon, kumpleto po ang CCTV cameras natin dyan sa NAIA, lalo na ngayon na San Miguel Corporation na nagpapatakbo, dinagdagan pa nila lalo ang ating mga CCTV cameras. At sa kasalukuyan, review mo natin yan. Pero gaya nga po ng sinabi namin nung isang araw, kailangan din pong ingatan ng ating mga kababayan ang kanilang mga pasaporte at siguraduhin na unang-una, chinecheck natin regularly yan. At ikalawa, huwag natin basta-basta kung kanino ibinibigay o pinapahandle ang ating passport. Nagbigay na rin po tayo ng order at in-implement na po ito ng NAIA na bawal na pong hawakan ng security ng NAIA ang mga passport ng mga kababayan natin. Ang meron lang pong pwedeng humawak, ang meron lang pong authority na humawak sa mga passport ay ang mga airline representatives dahil yun po ay kanilang obligasyon ayon sa ating mga international air treaties at air regulations at ang syempre ang immigration officials natin.
Kanina po sinabi niyo, Sec Vince, na tumawag po o nakipag-ugnayan ang CAB sa pamilya nila Diana Natividad. Ano po ang naging resulta ng kanilang pag-uusap?
Syempre po, nagpadala po tayo ng ating paumanhin, humingi tayo ng paumanhin sa kanila dahil sa nangyari ito. Dahil alam na hindi ko maganda itong ganitong experience na nakalampas ka na, binigyan ka na ng boarding pass, tapos bigla-biglaan, hindi ka pala makakasakay. Sana, nung umpisa pa lang, yun ang sinabi ko nga pinapasabi ko sa Cebu Pacific, sa Civil Aeronautics Board, sana hindi na binigyan ng boarding pass. No? At sinigurado muna na yung passport ay papasa sa airport na pupuntahan ng ating kababayan. Pero hindi po ganoon ang nangyari. So, hindi po tama yun. No? Kaya, kailangan po talagang sabihan ng ating mga airlines na mali ang prosesong ganito. No?
Okay.
Kung meron tayong pagdududa, i-check muna.
Oo, kasi
Alright, klaro po, no? Don't easily give your passport to anybody. Yeah. Pagdating sa counter, sa airport dyan po, of course, ang airline personnel, they have the right to check ang passport natin po at saka ang immigration. But anybody, mga security guards sa airport po, no? Baka mayroon, hindi natin alam, no? Hindi natin alam, no? They want to make money. Kagaya yung mga tanimbala, no? Tanimbala na hirap po, ha? Be careful lang po ang passport natin po, ha? Ang passport natin. Okay, wala na tayong time, ha? Wala na tayong time and siguro this will be my last video clip that I'm going to share with you, ha? For today. Thanks God it's a Friday and a little knowledge on the Duterte brand of politics. Ang Duterte Magic po, ha? Epektibo pa ba itong Duterte Magic or hindi? Let's listen to this po and if you agree, whether kayo bala po to agree or not to agree o kayo na bala maghusga po. I just want to share with you itong brand of Duterte Magic. Brand of Duterte Magic. Saan na yun? 455. 455. Saan yun? 455. Okay, give me few seconds. 455. 455. Nandito po. Let's listen to this. I'll give you a full screen also.
Malakas ang panawagang pakawalan ang datinang alkalde. Malakas ang pagtuligsa kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. at ang mensaheng makapangyarihan pa rin ang mga Duterte. Nasa kapangyarihan pa rin ang mga Duterte. Ngunit may mga partikular na rason kung paano nila naabot at napanatili ang Duterte brand of politics. Para sa mga eksperto, Duterte Magic ang isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit nasa kapangyarihan pa rin ang dinastiya. Tumutukoy ito sa naging brand of politics ni Duterte at ng kanyang mga anak. Makabasa, astig, macho. Bahagi ng tinatawag na Duterte Magic ang pag-alok ni Duterte ng plataforma niyang nakatutok sa peace and order.
Ang problema natin, siya po, Luka, Doctor, pag ako ang presidente, itong order ba, hanapin ninyo sila. Patayan yung period. When Duterte entered into the political scene in Davao in 1988, medyo Davao was in ruins. It's considered as a killing field during that time. Different forces on the right, you have the military, on the left, you have the communist insurgents, and then you have the vigilante groups. Then aside from that, you also have the Muslim insurgents. So medyo magulo talaga yung Davao. And admittedly, sinasabi niya na peace and order lang talaga yung expertise ko. So ako na yung bahala sa peace and order, kayo na bahala sa the rest.
Ito rin ang kwento ni Malu Abella Lopez, dating aktivista at miyembro ngayon ng kontra-martial law at kontra-diktadurang grupong Konsensya Davao.
During the latter half of 1980s, the underground movement was really strong. And in Davao, I think they were already very near sa urban areas. Their presence was already felt, and a lot of abusive military and policemen were targeted by the NPA. At the time when Duterte became mayor, yun na-stop niya talaga yun.
Bilang alkalde, ipinagpatuloy ni Duterte ang imahe niyang astig. Nagkaroon ng bansag ang Davao City na isa sa mga pinakamapayapa sa Pilipinas. Nakilala rin ang syudad dahil sa mga progresibong mga ordinansya tulad ng pagbabawal sa paputok at paniwarilyo sa mga lugar pampubliko. Bawal din ang lumagpas sa 30 kilometers per hour na speed limit. Kay Duterte mismo galing, sa Davao raw, walang mas mataas kaysa sa batas.
Ako naman kasi sa Davao, ano bang batas? O di sundan mo yung batas.
Naging ticket ni Duterte ang kanyang mahika patungo sa Malacanang. Naging point of pride din ng unang Pangulo siya mula sa Mindanao. Naniwala ang mga taong maaaring makapagpabago ng pamahalaan ang anti-crime platform ni Duterte. Tapos sa korupsyon.
I will go after for the corrupt lahat. Somebody has to answer for all of the things that's happening to the country. Kayo na sa droga, utang ina, papatayin ko talaga kayo. Tingnan nyo. Wala akong pasensya dyan. Wala akong medyo ground dyan. Either you kill me or I will kill you, idiot.
Mula sa Davao City, ipinatupad ni Duterte bilang presidente ang kanyang anti-drug template sa buong bansa na nakilala bilang drug war.
Operation, abot ka. Sabi ko sa pulis, do your work
Alright, yan po ang Duterte brand of politics. And hanggang ngayon po, epektibo pa rin po. A lot of Filipinos still believe na maganda ang legacy that Tatay Digong left dyan po sa Pilipinas. And it is for this reason nakikita natin po, we can see na during campaign rallies for this midterm election, still a lot of people remembers Tatay Digong, although he is now outside the country and under the custody of the International Criminal Court. And of course, Duterte, she or he passed the message already to, or gave a marching order to Inday Sara Duterte, her daughter, who is now the vice president, to campaign for all the candidates, the 10 candidates of the PDP Laban. And he's appealing to the Filipinos, vote for straight vote, block voting, and para sa kabutihan ng mga Filipino, for the betterment of the Filipinos and for the Philippine nation. So yan po. That's the latest that we have in this today's program, May 2nd, and thanks God is Friday. Siguro hanggang dito na lang po ang programa natin. Ito po, once again, si Nico Fabian would like to say, don't forget to vote according to your conscience. And I hope that you are going to have a wonderful weekend tomorrow and on Sunday. With this, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines. God bless us all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.